Welcome to the Energy Hour Podcast. Get ready, because it's loud, funny, and we're ready to shake things up. You know, the guys started this journey as renewable energy experts since 1993, by the way, thinking they were just here to save the planet, hug the trees, and protect the whales. But guess what? They dug deeper, and this rabbit hole opened up a whole new world. Now they talk about everything. Home improvements, real estate, house flipping, and just life in general, bringing you not only the latest on solar and renewable energy, but also inside tips from house flipping gurus, real estate investors, tax experts, Airbnb pros, and so much more. It costs you nothing to tune in, but ignoring them? Well, that could cost you big time and missed opportunities. Blowing the whistle, spilling the beans, and giving you the real scoop on everything from solar panels to flipping homes, tax liens to mobile homes, the Energy Hour Podcast. And now, here's your hosts, Christopher Moss, Robert Musikowski, and Steven Laserson.
Hey, there I am. Talk to you soon.
Welcome to the Energy Hour Podcast. Get ready, because it's loud, funny, and we're ready to shake things up. You know, the guys started this journey as renewable energy experts since 1993, by the way, thinking they were just here to save the planet, hug the trees, and protect the whales. But guess what? They dug deeper, and this rabbit hole opened up a whole new world. Now they talk about everything. Home improvements, real estate, house flipping, and just life in general, bringing you not only the latest on solar and renewable energy, but also inside tips from house flipping gurus, real estate investors, tax experts, Airbnb pros, and so much more. It costs you nothing to tune in, but ignoring them? Well, that could cost you big time and missed opportunities. Blowing the whistle, spilling the beans, and giving you the real scoop on everything from solar panels to flipping homes, tax liens to mobile homes, the Energy Hour Podcast. And now, here's your hosts, Christopher Moss, Robert Musikowski, and Steven Laserson.
What's going on, everybody? TGIF. My name is Christopher Moss, and I'm your host on the Energy Hour Podcast. And today is interesting. You know, it's Happy Friday, March 21st, right? We're all getting ready for the weekend. But, you know, just today when I woke up, I seen so much stupid. Just so much stupid out there. People were having brain farts one after another. So I hope everybody has a great weekend and you avoid these who are out there. I don't know how they take a breath and then it's stupid from that point on. But hey, what do I know, right? Anyways, happy Friday again. It is March 21st. This month is already gone. It's already the first quarter of 2025. And guess what? Before you know, it's 5, and today we're talking about a really cool tax lien auction. It's a property tax lien that's going into place here pretty soon. And I can't tell you the state. You have to join the network before I get all that together. I have hand properties. Yeah, that's right. 15 people in this wonderful state have failed to pay taxes. And the crazy thing about this state is that, you know, if you don't pay it on time, I mean, within like 3 months, they're already sending out notices, and but that year is up, and then they're sending the final notice that says, hey, your house is going to be at an auction. It's crazy, man. And it's going to be on this day. So all those people that had these brain farts throughout the year that failed to pay their property taxes. And what I mean by that is not the actual taxes for the home. Most people that are smart in the industry that own a house, that happen to have the ability to own a house, right? Hopefully you went to a bank and you got this thing called PTI. They call it pity. And most good homeowners already know what that is, right? PI. So principal is on the home. Interest is what you're paying to borrow the loan. Taxes for you, they're paying the taxes and the insurance, right? PITI. Most smart homeowners would do that because it pays for everything out of the box. You don't have to worry about much, right? But there's a lot of these homeowners here that really you wish their brain matters about that. And that's why they committed to something called a property tax lien. Now, the county, what they do, they're going to get their taxes one way or another. I don't care who you are, unless you have an exemption. Hint, hint. We can talk about that later once you join the network. Just go to cmycinc.com and click on House Flipping Academy. And I think I got something over here that actually says that. CMYC, that's scene number D. So there's the website, right? So go to cmycinc.com, go to the top, click on the House Flipping Academy, and just check it out, right? So anyways, this county in this specific state, and there's probably 3 or 4 of them that I really like to use. This one specifically because there's nothing better than this one, and there are a lot of counties in this state. To use, and we just go there and do our thing. But most importantly, housing is inexpensive. The average wage is way below what California is getting, and trust me when I say way below, I'm talking about minimum wage back in 95, maybe 95 here in California. So what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage that had a brain fart, ignored the messages, the direct mail that they got. This date happens to be a perfect date. It's April 1st, April Fool's Day. What a great time to have an auction, right? To sell somebody's property. So here's the thing. On these tax liens, we're going to get a certificate, right? Once we buy it, we're going to go to auction and we're going to bid on these things. And I'm going to deal with a bunch of local yokels. Well, I'm going to bring $500,000, right? We're going to go there and we're going to be serious about what we do. We're going to buy some of these property tax. And what happens is they're going to get a notice. And again, these people aren't paying attention. They're not focused. Or maybe, the house is empty because whoever lived there. And, to say it, their loss is our gain. So if you died in the house, if you've done something else in that house and you just left the house because something happened in your life or your brain power wasn't there throughout the year, I'm going to come in, I'm going to go to this property tax lien, get a certificate once I purchase your home, and then I'm going to give you 12 months. After 12 months and 1 day, I'm going to foreclose on your property. That's it. And if you an epiphany and you go, oh, I didn't know I had to pay my taxes, but that's good, right? I'm going to be there saying, yeah, okay, I'm cool with all that because the property tax assessor in that specific county is going to give me 20% of my money. From a CD, one of these so-called, really cool IULs. Nothing on the planet today besides a gunpoint, you can get 20% for your money. Trust me. All right. So this person, even if it's 1 day after the auction, 1 day, I'm going to sit there and get 20%. So at this auction where these people are going to bid, they're probably going to, let me give you an example. There's a couple out there that are $12,000. These are houses that actually properties that have houses. Yeah, I gotta re-engineer that, right? The house on the property means absolutely nothing. So it doesn't matter if a bank has a note on it. Doesn't matter out of this $500,000 house that I'm looking at, right? Or $1 million house, because they're out there. This $500,000 house, somebody owes $120,000 to the bank. House is worth $500,000. So there's 300 and something thousand in equity, right? And I'm going to buy this house. The starting bid's at $12,000. Remember, I'm coming out with $500,000. So even if the bank shows up and he tries to get his $120,000, here's my question. Why would a bank go to an auction to secure that opportunity? Let me tell you why. Because it's equity heavy, right? It's equity. So they're going to try to get that 120 back by bidding on the property to sell it to get their 120 plus a little cush. Well, they don't realize who I am. I'm going to be going down there with $500,000. And if this guy, bids 150,000, I'm going to go up 50. 200,000. I'm going to chase this bank until it's broke, right? And most good banks are smart enough to know when to pull out. And that's when I make my final bid. And it doesn't matter if I pay $200,000 for this house. If the homeowner comes back and says, "Whoa, Mr. County, I only had to pay $12,000." They're going to say, "Notices you didn't look at." Came down to the tax lien facility and paid $200,000 for your house. So you got to pay $200,000 plus 20%. You know what that is, right? I make some pretty good money on that. 2 times 2 is, right? I'm going to make 20% on $200,000, right? 20%. And they have to pay it or they don't. Taxes paid that they owe. And if it goes to 12 months and 1 day, I'm going to foreclose on that property. I'm going to have an attorney in that location. I'm going to give this guy 10 grand to do all the paperwork to put the property in my name. I paid the taxes. It doesn't matter if the bank's not there. Everything on that land, 100% of everything on that land, the day I get the deed, I have the tax lien, I have the deed for the property, I have the deed for everything. It all comes to me. So if you got a skateboard, you got, a dog leash or whatever on that property, an old antique car, it now belongs to the king, right? Out. And the bank's going to lose. And I'm going to, with $200,000, I'm going to pay some attorney $10,000 to clear it up. And guess what? That property's worth $500,000. So let me get this straight. I get my $200,000 back. I get, 20%, which is $40,000. So this guy actually has to pay $240,000 to the county that I won the tax property lien on, right? So I got that. And then all that other equity, $300,000. So more than likely, I'm going to bid it, or I'm not going to bid it. I'm going to sell it $50,000. I can go $100,000 under market. Are you following me here? So a property that's worth $500,000 because I went into the database, I did my due diligence, I looked at Google Earth, I looked at all the other things and all these database programs, and I checked the background of the person in the house. And all these tools are available in the House Flipping Academy, by the way, and they're free once you subscribe. Once you can go to that website and kind of fill out and show me some interest, I got to make sure that you're a good fit for me and you have common sense and you know what 2 plus 2 is. If you think 2 plus 2 is 6, well, we're not a good fit and you should move on. That's why God made Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, McDonald's. You can get 15, 18 bucks an hour out here in California. And if you're really smart, you go up to In-N-Out Burger and make 30. But anyways, I'm not being just crazy. I'm being sarcastic here because if you're not going to this website, if you're not going to cmycinc.com, clicking on the website and going to the top where it says House Flipping Academy, and then checking it out, looking at some things, look at what we got currently going on. And if you don't fill out that form, you're going to stay in corporate America, or you're going to stay in, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur one day. You're going to stay in all those little, facades. I want to be an influencer. I want to work on YouTube. I want to be a coach. You're going to do all those dumb things for the remainder of your life. And if you like traveling, you can go to Thailand on no money, or China, or some other country, maybe India. You don't have to have a lot of money to do all that stuff. If you want to live a meek life, that's okay. I get to hang out, wear Star Wars t-shirts all day, right? So anyways, I'm just saying the smart people out there on this planet will go to the website. I'm going to do it one more time. At the bottom is the website, company that we own, cmycinc.com. And you're going to click on House Flipping Academy if you've got half a brain and a heartbeat. And you're going to understand that buying property tax liens, and I mean the land. I don't care about what's on the land. What's on the land is insignificant to me because eventually I'm going to own it. In this one beautiful state that has lots of opportunity. And guess what? They do this every month on the first Tuesday. Yeah, it's going to be badass. So we're going to get in our motorhome. We're going to go down there and we're going to set up camp. We're going to check on the properties we already own in this state. Hint, hint, right? Because the proceeds from this money, you can actually take that money and buy houses cash in this state. Wow, hang on a second here. I'm actually creating a passive income stream. And Chris talks about that all the time. I'm going to create myself a passive, and I'm going to start collecting the rent. So A, I own the property. B, I'm getting a passive income stream. And wow, we've got a dozen of them now. What a concept, right? So if you're listening, if I'm hitting you in your forehead right now and you're actually paying attention, you're going to go to the House Flipping Academy, click it, fill it out, we'll talk, right? And if I feel that you're worthy of this, we're going to have an in-depth conversation. And I'm going to make you a junior partner. I can make you a partner in this whole thing, whatever you want to do. Your buy-in doesn't need to be a lot of money because some of these property tax liens, they start at $1,000. You can get a house for $3,000. I'm not kidding you. And if nobody there bids on it, guess what? You win. I win. So we're going to go down there with the intention of buying as many as we can. And then because this is a new county for us, we're going to go back and already have a friend there on boots on the ground that's going to start doing this for us because I'm going to wire him $1 million. And he's going to start buying these property tax liens for us, for me, right? And then we're going to take that extra equity. We're going to find the diamonds in the rough. And pretty soon, where we go to get these property tax liens, all these people in the room are going to say, uh-oh, it's the tattoo guy. He's here again. You might as well leave. That's right. Because I'm going to bring $1 million and I'm going to take any bank down. I'm going to take any so-called entrepreneur down, and I'm going to get the property that I want because I know what my game plan is. It's to create enough passive income so my feet never touch the ground. Well, my feet never touch the ground now. They're not touching the ground anyways. But I'm going to create more and more and more. Pretty soon, I'm going to have a dozen houses. And imagine making anywhere from $700 a month to $1,500 a month. I mean, just do the math, real simple math. 10 times 7 is 7,000 a month. If you do 15 and you have odd numbers, it's a good possibility that I'm going to make over 10,000 a month. Do you get it? And this is while I'm flying around the planet with my drones and everybody else and their mother is going, wow, who is this guy? Why does he do this? Oh, look what he does. Yeah, I'm going to take some crazy pictures. I have this beautiful Sony A1 camera. The body alone was $6,000, you know. I didn't have any problem paying for that. And then we're going to take some really cool pictures. We're going to fly this drone all over the planet. And we're going to see a lot of things, right? And this is in between the properties that we flip in California and the property tax liens that we do out of California. When I say this, I mean this with sincerity. Property tax liens in California suck. Don't do it. You got to wait 5 years. If you really, really, really want to know how to do it and you want to do this right the first time, I sincerely think you should contact me again. No, I've already told you I'm not going to do that anymore, but I'm going to do it one more time just for you. That website at the bottom, cmycinc.com. Go to the top. Conversation. If I remotely feel that you're capable, then we'll go the next step. And if you are invited to do this with me, be prepared to make a lot of passive income because I like doing what I'm doing. I think it's spectacular and it's just one of those things, right? We're going to make a ton of money very quickly. So anyways, I'm going to go to this place and I pulled out one of these houses, believe it or not, is worth $350,000. The taxes that are owed in this house are $3,900. $350,000. This house was built in 2022 and it was paid cash. Whoa. So I don't have a bank to worry about. I don't have to worry about some siblings because he died. His wife just left. I don't know. Maybe she went too. I don't know where she went. But that house is now up for sale on April 1st. April Fool's Day. And guess what? I'm going to take advantage of it and I'm going to buy it. There's 3 or 4 properties that I'm really looking serious at. We're going to buy these properties. And even if the homeowner comes back, they have an epiphany, Uncle George in Florida loans him some money and he can pay off his property tax. Remember, it's just not what he used to owe, what I paid plus 20%. And you know, I want to pay a lot, right? That just to pay it back. You get it? So I'm going to pay $50,000. You know, I can make 20% of that. I'm cool with that, aren't you? Right? Give me 10 grand because you didn't know what was going on and you slept while your county sent you a, hey, you got to pay your property taxes. I'm the guy that got the list. I did the research. I know who you are, and I'm going to take advantage of that, right? And then in 12 months and 1 day, if you haven't done everything right, I'm going to come behind you with my foreclosure attorney, and we're going to start the process. I don't care if I got to pay another year's taxes on that property because it's fat. It's got that much equity in it. You get it? So the key here thing is you don't want to buy land. Land is dumb unless you're a developer, right? Land, and there's a lot of work you got to do on it. You got to put utilities. You got to put all kinds of stuff. So don't overthink this. Property tax liens are the easiest thing on the planet you're ever going to do. Yeah. House flipping is cool. I got 2 on the market right now. Market kind of sucks. So we have to adjust to sell these houses. We're sure going to make money, but you know, we put a lot of work into it too, right? To where I just got to go back to this one state. All I got to do is wait for the time. In the meantime, I get the list. I get to search the assessor parcel number, APN, and I get to see what this is all about and how much taxes they actually owe the tax guy, right? And then from there, this is where the fun begins. I'm going to show up. I'm going to be driving this badass Mercedes 24-foot motorhome, and we're going to kick back. We're going to have some great food, some great time, and we're going to wait for this auction. And by the way, we're going to go drive around to see our other properties. Hint, hint. I'm going to bring him a bottle of wine and say, hey, how's it going? Yeah, we appreciate you. Keep paying the rent, right? We have a property tax management company, not property tax, but we have a management company that leases these houses out for us. And so we're under control. Back here in California or anywhere on the planet, as long as you have a laptop, I'm going to log into the portal and see the monies we're collecting throughout the month, right? So it's not too bad. And here's the focus you want to do right now. Here is the simple focus. The person with the most homes wins at the end. You understand? And if it's in California, well, firstly, you can't afford to buy one. They're $1 million. You know, what is that, 6% on the interest? That's a lot of money, right? And if you don't pay, your house is going to auction. Does that make sense? Why would you do that? So you got to do it out of state where the money really lives, and you got to bring that back home to do other things. Hint, hint. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be buying a bunch of properties in this one state that you'll find out about if you join the House Flipping Academy, because once I know you got half a brain and a heartbeat and you're worthy of understanding this and you actually put some skin into the game, then I'm going to know that you're capable, and then I'm going to share everything with you. But if you're not, again, that's okay. In and out, McDonald's, whatever you want to do in life, you can pretend to be whatever you want. So do that. You know, I see a bunch of these clowns on LinkedIn. It just really trips me out. And, you know, besides people trying to go, oh, I see your experience and I want to learn more about you. It's so stupid, man. You got all these people putting up celebrities' photos and saying, you know what, when I was 5, it's just ridiculous. So anyways, don't be dumb. Be smart about what you're going to be doing in life. Go to the House Flipping Academy. Give me a phone call. Let's talk and let's move on, right? Every first Tuesday of every month, I'm going to be going to these property tax liens, right? The land tax liens. And I'm going to get them one at a time. And then I'm going to suck up all that equity. I'm going to sell them. Of course, I'm going to pay my taxes. Absolutely. Or I can divert that by putting some money into an IUL. Joel knows who I'm talking about. Or Sergio knows who I'm talking about, right? We're going to put all those monies, extra money that I don't want to spend, into an IUL so I can shade off some of those taxes. Maybe I'll do even though they're kind of dumb, I'll do a Roth IRA or maybe your basic IRA and pay taxes as it's going in there. But I'll just keep filling up the bucket. You understand? I'm going to keep doing all this stuff. All the monies, of course, that I don't put in this fireproof box and have under my bed, that's where the rest of it's going to go. So I'm going to get these property tax liens. I am going to get these properties, these houses on the properties. And then after 12 months and 1 day, I'm going to sell them. I'm going to foreclose. I'm going to do all the above. And we're going to take all that equity and we're going to buy more houses in that state. Again, I want to have a dozen of them before the end of 2026. Not hard to do, really. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to have all that passive income. I'm not going to worry about the little things, the stupid things that other people focus 99% of their interest on. You know, all their attention. Oh, I'm going to be, I don't know. What is that? What is the last one I saw? Something just really stupid on LinkedIn. These coaches and influencers and, you know, you got these dietitians out there. Oh, do you want to be fat for the rest of your life? Here, let me hang on. Let me see something. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Anyways, at the end of the day, if you're not doing what I'm doing, you're not doing the right thing. You're not, or you're stealing money from people in some conniving way that you're doing it, right? And you're not living up to your potential. Work smarter, not harder. Did you ever hear that from your grandparents or your mom or dad? If not, you need to stay there. Forget going to the website. I want nothing to do with you. So if you work harder and you do the right thing for yourself, you're smart about it, you can be anybody you want to be. And I'm here to encourage you. I'm not, right? Some people start from zero and they end up being spectacular people because they had half a brain and a heartbeat, and we had a conversation, right? Those of you that don't, it's okay. It's not for you. But if you're seriously looking at passive income, if you're tired of working at fast food restaurants or trying to be somebody that you're not, because eventually that all fizzles out. So if you build up your wealth this way, you won't have to worry about the future. Does that make sense? So I'll report back after April 1st. Happy Friday to those of you out there that, want to have a happy Friday. Good to you. Don't have any brain farts. There's a lot of stupid out there. A lot of dumb people doing dumb things. Steer carefully around that and get a little bit of money. And let me show you how to set yourself free. You don't have to be in prison anymore. Does that make sense? All right. My name is Christopher Moss. I am the Energy Hour podcast. I am your host. Today is March 21st? Friday. Brain fart. All this excitement going on. Anyways, we're going to go buy some houses on April 1st, April Fool's Day, and I'm going to come back and report to you. We'll talk then, okay? This is episode 85 in the books, and we are the Energy Hour podcast. I will see you soon, so you take care and do the right thing for yourself, okay? Be good.
This has been the Energy Hour podcast. If it's home improvements, real estate, house flipping, or just life in general, we're talking about it. It's our passion. And between Christopher, Robert, and Steven, they're your secret sauce to get you to the next level and beyond. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, hit the website at QHIinc.com/TEO. And we'll catch you next time on the Energy Hour podcast.
Welcome to Drone 9. Located in Upland, California, Drone 9 specializes in drone cinematography for the following industries that are looking for that perfect shot or video: construction, infrastructure, and project management. Sell better: residential and commercial real estate. Construction survey: see what you haven't seen before. Events and weddings: get that perfect shot when it matters most. Tourism, resort, golf, attraction, destination marketing. For more information, visit them on the internet at drone9.net. That's DRONE9.net. Drone9.net. Great cinematography.
Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to Holiday Projection, your ultimate online destination for all things Christmas.
And Halloween. Whether you're looking for LED projector bundles, digital downloads, USB flash drives, or spine-chilling Halloween sound effects, we've got you covered.
Our one-stop shop brings together the magic of Christmas
And the thrill of Halloween.
so you can easily find your favorite holiday effects in one place.
Don't wait. Start shopping now.
Visit us online at holidayprojection.com. Ho, 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 ho.
Capture the joyful magic of the holiday season with Virtual Santa. Virtual Santa is a high-definition projection effect that walks, waves, laughs, eats cookies, and puts presents under the tree. From outside, it's so real, you swear Santa's in your house. Virtual Santa, originally seen on ABC's The Great Christmas Light Fight. You can choose from traditional Virtual Santa or new African American Santa. Holiday effects include Virtual Santa, Mrs. Claus, Santa's Workshop with Christmas elves, and so much more. Buy one effect or a bundle, available in HD DVD, digital download, or USB flash drive. Also available in LED projection bundles. For a winning Christmas display that will delight your neighbors young and old, visit us at virtualsanta.com and become known as the house where Santa lives. Virtual Santa, where holiday spirit begins.
Welcome to the House Flipping Academy. Learn how to flip houses from start to finish. Tired of being broke working for someone else? If so, then the House Flipping Academy was made for you. Learn more at cmycinc.com. The House Flipping Academy. Your future is just one house flip away.